Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Beth Wheeler here for Earth Safe Finishes. I am working today with their EcoPour pouring kit, which consists of the pouring medium and the Eco acrylic base, silicone, and 5 containers of pigments. I've mixed up the paints already. I put 1 part of the acrylic base in the bottom, added about 1 part of the pouring medium, and then mixed them up with a few drops of pigment to get the colors that I wanted. And today I have some teal, some yellow, some magenta, a red, and a white. And we're going to do a pour on this 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 tile. First thing I'm going to do is clean off my tile with some rubbing alcohol, and that's in your instructions. It's 91% rubbing alcohol, and I'm just using a wet paper towel to put it on, and then a dry paper towel to dry it. And then we're going to layer our colors into this cup. I'm going to work from the lightest to the darkest color, although ours really don't have much difference in tonality, do they? So I'm going to go with the teal. And I'm making the layers pretty small because our surface is so small, and I want the colors to change as we're doing our pour. Each one of the colors has just a few drops of silicone in it, and then I mixed it slightly, just a few whirls in the bottom of the container. Okay, almost done. And I'm going to end with white. The last one in the cup is the first color out. There we go. And those colors are pretty separate in there, so I'm going to use a craft stick and just draw an X in there, because I want the colors to interact, but I don't want them to mix. And now we're going to just pour across the surface of the tile. There we go, and I had plenty of paint in there. Just a little attention around the edges to make sure the edges, the corners especially, and the edges all have paint on them. And then I'm going to apply some heat with the torch, and that's going to break up any air bubbles that are in there and encourage the formation of cells. I don't know if you can see it, but we're getting lots of little cells popping up. And that's it. We'll be back when this dries and go to the next step. It's been 2 weeks now. Our tile is completely dry. You notice the colors have dulled just a little bit. That's the nature of acrylic paint. But we're going to bring that back to life with Earth Safe Finishes No VOC varnish. I'm down at the very bottom of my jar, so I have it upside down to try to capture some more of that usable varnish. This is a wonderful varnish. There are no fumes to it at all, perfectly safe. So if your dog would happen to get in it and lick it up, won't hurt him. may not taste very great, but it won't hurt him. We are going to start by cleaning any residual silicone that might be left on top. And I have a paper towel that I have just dampened with rubbing alcohol. And now I started by just blotting because I wasn't sure about this, but there's no color rubbing off at all, so that's really good. So I'm going to do the sides and the top. Okay, and I'm going to let that dry just a few seconds. And this is what the varnish looks like right side up. It is slightly cloudy now, but it dries to a glassy, glossy finish. That was glassy and glossy finish. So I'm going to apply 2 coats. First coat I'm going to put on brushing vertically, and the second coat, well, that first one will dry, and then the second coat will go on horizontally, and then the third coat will go on vertically again. And that's to make sure everything is completely covered and to eliminate any brush strokes. I'm using a sponge brush, which makes it which is better on brush strokes. They don't show up as much. But I really don't like brush strokes, so we're going to do that and let it dry. And I'm going to do a couple more coats and we'll be back. The tile now has 4 coats of varnish on it. It's smooth and shiny and really makes the colors pop. And the last step is to glue it into the lid of the box. So I'm using E6000 cement. It's a very tough cement. It does a really nice job of holding things like this in. And I'm going to put lines of it on the highest spots back here, and then it'll fit right into the box lid. And once it's dry, it's ready to go. Thanks for joining me. Please click the like and subscribe button and check out all of Earth Safe Finishes products at www.earthsafefinishes.com.